Hello, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Sorry for my lateness. Sounds like you're thinking of Wax Taylor, yeah. The ominous shadow was just me organizing vinyls. Just entertaining myself with some vinyl organization. Not terribly interesting, I'll admit. Work was just handing me my ass today, basically. In a big way. Handing me my big ass. Oh yeah. Both cheeks, double fisted. You've missed absolutely nothing at all. You have maybe missed some really good music, yeah. A little bit of really, really good music. But that's all. And that's fine. Oh, fiddle my sticks. I updated, but I did not update the game. Missed that somehow. Yeah, with work I've got some like really heavy duty projects going on and we're still in a transitional sort of phase. And I'm busting my ass on some stuff trying to get us there basically. What's happening with y'all? Yeah, it's called Hot Tub. New mouse, huh? What mouse, if I might ask? Nice. I used a Zowie for a long, long time. I forget which one though. It's like FK1 or FK2, something like that. I think that seems familiar. Ah, I'm pretty happy with my mouse. I don't really know what the quality is. Boy, I need to open it up and de-hair it, I guess, or something. Looked it over and I mean, it's not like particularly dirty, but it has sort of like a grill on the other side, which seems to have picked up hair, strangely. I really like this thing. There was a bun. Bun, bun, bun. Hi. What are you guys up to out there? Give me the report. I saw you were watching Chew from a distance. Is he wiling out on the bed? Is he wiling out? There's Mr. Man. What were you up to? She's telling on you. She's telling on you. Don't, what are you doing? Oh. She has impeccable aim. She's absolutely nuts, this dog. She's crazy. Bun bun. Look. She's very scoopable. She weighs nothing. You weigh nothing. You weigh nothing. Always going for the mouth, no matter what the situation, huh? Careful now. Careful. Use your legs, you silly. She goes absolutely ragdoll. She cares not for her existence. They're both screwed up by my lateness to getting around to stream, so they think it's DINNER time, but it's not. Not yet. Soon. Soon. Soon, 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 soon. Soon. It's soon. It's soon. You lick the air. Go on now. What's up, bub? What's up, bub? You're ready too, huh? You're ready too. How you doing, Mr. Man? Want to give me a high five up here? You want to give me a high five up here? You can do it. Come on. High five. Bang. Yeah. Good job, buddy. Good job. It's good. His leg is going good. He's got a checkup in 2 days. He'll be going back in, and they're going to look at him. There's some differing opinion among the vets. The surgeon that did his one knee only did the one because they felt like the other one could wait. The other one's not as bad. But this other vet thinks that the other one should have been done too. Oh, excuse me. Although It would have absolutely sucked to do both at the same time. So this was the move either way, both financially and physically for Chu. Because like with just the one done, he could still get around, right? He could become a tripod. Excuse me, moi. Did you check to see where she was before potentially headsetting her? Quoi? He can make it on his own. Oh, she she was around my feet on the floor. I knew where she was. They're playing right now, if it can be called that. You know, the one downside to this album being two separate vinyls is the real satisfaction of this soundtrack is the switching between the 8-bit and 16-bit versions of the songs. There's this weird effect when I listen to the vinyl where I'm like, oh man, this version of it sounds the best. And then I'll switch it over to the other one and I'm like, oh no, this version of it sounds the best. Yeah, play them at the same time. Two turntables, exactly the same. One DJ. So there's a mix of Beastie Boys and Wax Taylor going on. Wiki wiki. Lay it on us. Hit us with that. Was it Beck? Wait, which thing's Beck? Oh, I didn't even get you saying that you get the joke. I thought you I thought you were saying that you have the joke. You have the joke for us. Like you had one in the tube, ready to fire. Oh, well, I was referring to myself, Doug. Or at least I thought I was referencing BC Boys. We all just stopped being able to understand each other for like 20 seconds there. Nobody understood what anybody else was saying. It was a worldwide event. Yeah, all brain cells got tied up for a second because our alien masters checked in. They hit the database without queuing a transaction. Perfect, C. So soon. I guess I am so late. Nene. Shit. Shit. Hellcat, thank you for 94 months, by the way. And Foxborn, thank you for that gift sub before the stream. I'm still just thinking about work. I'm still trying to think of like how I'm gonna get ahead of the game without like having a terrible stream week. There's so much to do. There's a lot of basically like there's a lot of things that need a lot of upfront work. Like right at the beginning. Just a ton of lift right away. And then it gets easier and better. But the initial hump is really tall. They're wiling out. I don't know what happened, but one of them made Nakomi laugh. I think it was Bun. This is probably my favorite track on the album. So what happened?
Fun was. Oh, yes, camera.
I do, but you're well off of it.
But Fun was standing on my leg, and Chew is like really fucking excited right now. So he ran to go get a toy, didn't get a toy, and then decided to just fucking like cement truck her.
Like, steamrolled her.
He tried to go under her, but like he's so much bigger than her.
He did not fit.
Fucking work. And then they both just stayed like that, like they were confused. It's cute and funny. Hi.
I just went live a few minutes ago.
Well, you're late.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those days.
Yeah. Fucking cute.
I threw them off badly. They think it's DINNER time.
What?
I don't know, but they just do. They have for a while. Chew was barking at me, and maybe they were just like, hey, you're supposed to stream. You're supposed to be streaming right now. Yeah, she almost took your pants off.
She doesn't like me wearing clothes.
I think she's just trying to grab on. She's got a fuzz over her eye. A big one.
Yeah. I love how she literally comes with my eyes.
Oh, you fed it to her?
No, nothing came off.
That's what it looked like from my side. I'm pretty sure you fed it to her because you went and got it, and then you held out your hand to look for it, but then she licked all over your hand and it ended up in her mouth.
Good. I got it off of her mouth though, like on the side, or that was different fuzz. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one because her eye is clear now. The liquor never stops.
No, it doesn't. Yes, I do love you.
This is the 8-bit disc, I think. Maybe it's not.
You tell her. I did not ask you for sass today, ma'am. You neither. I thought you were barking at her, not me.
They're wagging in unison.
I just came here to pee.
It's true. She whips the liquors from Resident Evil. Any of you watch Dropout? I've recently discovered it and been enjoying. Yeah. Wow. I'm at the beginning of my journey. Been working my way through essentially all of Game Changer. And it's kind of like completing the circle for me in some unexpected ways because I started looking into like the history and I didn't realize what happened to uh, College Humor. I didn't know that that got imploded basically.
It got imploded?
Yeah. Well, they were backed by some big company for a decade or two, something like that. But then in 2020, they pulled out. And so that Sam, the host, he's the CEO of Dropout. Basically, they just sold it to him, all of it, and said bye. And basically everyone got fired except for like Brennan. uh, yeah. So I guess they're all like, I don't know. There were still a lot of the same people on Dropout through that as they were building back up, I guess. But they must have been like temporary contractors or something. But it relates back to Drawfee, which Drawfee was the inspiration for Undo Crew originally. They were part of College Humor and they just were funny and drew things.
Oh,
that's all they
okay.
did.
Okay.
Did they used to be called something else when they were on College Humor? Did they change their name? It's Drawfee now. I don't remember if it was called something different when they were at College Humor.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what Undo Crew was for a minute.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that you didn't remember that Undo Crew was ever a thing.
No, like I remembered it was a thing. It just took a minute for like me to process those words. Do you want me to take that?
That might be good. I'll bring the other later. Well, not too much later. Soon.
What time is it?
It's 11:51 already.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think Undo Crew was probably doomed from the outset just because of the schedules of everybody. It's one of those things where like half the people were having to get up either ungodly early in the morning or stay up ungodly late at night. Yeah, it's too bad that Drawfee never made it back in. Seems like it was cut off clean. I actually just watched that episode. I'm also learning the origins of various. It seems like a lot of the Dropout shows are extensions off of Game Changer. Like what's the one? Dirty Laundry or whatever? And Noise Boys or Make Some Noise, whatever that's called. Oh yeah. I'm a big Brennan fan already. Uh the one where Brennan cannot win was mind destroying. I probably will end up watching Dimension 20. I see it. I keep seeing it there, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can handle watching a D&D show. I have a very specific and particular trauma. Is who's the dude with the long hair? I only know that that dude's a part of it. Is that the same somebody from something else? Is that Matt? Is that Mr. Voice that everyone loves? Everyone on Earth? I only know he's in it because I watched that video of Brennan having his meltdown about snacks. Yeah, it was an interview. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just it's hard for me to watch that stuff. I don't know if it'll ever stop being hard for me to watch that stuff. Why were they together? Did they have Brennan on or something as like a cast member? Nice. Brennan seems like an exceptionally talented dude. I have super mixed feelings watching their stuff because I just feel I'm constantly like, God, I wish I was funny. This looks like tons of fun. And it's so similar to stuff that I used to do. But I gave up, I guess. I gave up and fell in line with the day job masses. Apparently, he doesn't know his birth. I'm also learning that everything I like that I wish I could do, I should have been a writer, but I'm not a writer. So I can never do those things. You know, all of those people are writers. They're all comedy writers. Or like it's the same. It's like all kinds of stuff that I'm just saying. Like I had a realization. I actually said this in a different way recently, where I said something along the lines of everything, everything I like is just people who really liked writing book reports in high school, right? Like I enjoy video essays, I enjoy podcasts, I enjoy stuff like Dropout, and it's all of it is writers. all every all of those people, they're writers. I just hadn't really thought. I mean, it's obvious when you think about it, but I hadn't thought about it until recently. I was like, oh shit, that's the thing. Oh yeah, I mean, they're not only writers. They obviously have other talents, but like at the core, they write sketches and they write bits and things like that. That's sort of like the fundamental skill, like the foundational skill. And also, I don't know if they're just doing like really tight editing, which they might, but they're on like another level of funny. Just being able to like really whip off some funny quips very quickly is a skill that I admire. So fucking often I will uh, just so many different things where I will think of a funny response to something hours later or the next day later or something like that, but not so much on the spot. I'm not exactly a quick wit, not as much as I wish. Some people are just like, it takes zero time for them to immediately think of possibly the funniest thing that you could think of. Probably, probably just something that you need to be continually working at. It makes me think of like I would say the random Jackbox session now and again is when I find out whether I'm funny or not. Because that's sort of similar. It's sort of, at least, you know, the groups, the people that I typically end up doing it with, it's like you gotta come up with a funny quip on the spot. And I often find I got nothing. Have I seen Randy Feltface? No. Sounds familiar. Is that the thing where it's like a comedian that's a like a Muppet? I feel like I've seen that thumbnail. I've seen that channel go by on YouTube, but I don't think I've ever watched. And for some reason, I have it in my head that it's like edgy stuff that I wouldn't like, but I don't know why I don't know why I think that. I don't recall ever watching. So I find, well, so with TTT and Prop Hunt, I've found that like I'm good as like a supporting character, but I'm not the main event. I am able to play well from, you know, like sort of a pulling the strings kind of way from the background, uh, and I'm useless on my own. You okay, bud? You got a little cough? You should drink some water. uh, I think there's probably an element here. Well, a couple elements of like me being self-conscious and also not being able to see yourself. I don't really. I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but I don't really know if something's funny if I don't have someone around to laugh at it. And when I do get those, I cherish them greatly. I especially love doing it on streams because then you get to go and enjoy everybody else's reaction. And I think about those now and again. I didn't think that that episode of UHC was funny. It's funny how often it's been quoted at me. Like, I thought the whole like this bucket has wheels comment was actually pretty cringe. I was just saying shit because I was embarrassed. That's if you want the like behind the scenes true story of that episode. Well, there were multiple things that went wrong. I think, right? Uh, I think we were supposed to be. That was the one where we were using Mumble, and we were supposed to be uh, with working proximity voice, but my proximity voice did not work. It was completely broken. And also, That may have been my first UHC with Mindcrack or near to. Maybe my first solo one. And I was pretty fucked up about it because I was like, oh no, everyone's going to see that I do not know how to play Minecraft. I don't know how to play UHC. I'm going to get absolutely killed and it's going to be awful. So I was like hyper self-conscious about like not remembering recipes, not doing things in a proper special UHC order. I didn't want to become the fucking farming badge in UHC. I didn't want that. So I had a sort of manic, panic, self-conscious vibe, and that's where the this bucket has wheels came from, and the chicken, that whole thing about the chicken. I didn't know what else to talk about. I was just there. I knew I wasn't alone because I think I died like almost immediately after that, didn't I? I think I knew somebody was around. I'm trying to remember. And I was looking around, and every fucking where I looked, there's that goddamn fucking chicken. uh, I guess I have my occasional bright spots. We would do sessions. So, and if I recall correctly, what what are you? Chu is just standing in my doorway going, "What do you got?" I guess it's gone now. He was chomping on something. Don't yell at me. I know it's time. I started late. It's just gonna be a few more minutes, buddy. When we did those, gosh, it's drifting out of my memory. It hasn't even been that long, really, has it? Actually, probably been a while since like I recorded them. That would have been like 5 or more years ago, I guess. We would do sessions where I think we would do like half TTT, half prop hunts. And we would do a few hours, you know, like 2 or 3 hours. So probably a week's worth per sesh. So like 4 or 5 TTT, 4 or 5 prop hunt. What's funny about my Facebook Marketplace rant was how I was ranting about the first thing I saw on every single one of those, and then on almost all of them, there was like a little bit more explanation or another picture that made my rant entirely wrong. Like the Switch one where I'm like, that's not a lot of Switch games. And then literally there's like 10 more pictures and it's like 200 Switch games. I mean, it's not a secret. I literally had to eat my words live on every single one of them. I cherish the little moments that we've had on Twitch here and there. I remember many of them quite well. Yeah. Like the highlight probably of trials for me was the during the elections, and I had the Rat King costume ready to go with the special the dropping down into the thing. I was just waiting to win so everyone could see what I had done. That was just like a slow burn one. What else? There's a lot of good Jackbox ones. Bukake was pretty great, yeah. Well, that doesn't. I don't feel like that involved. Like that was mostly just me and Justin reacting because one of you did that. I think. No, I guess the audience couldn't create shirts, could they? Who were we playing with? No, I guess we must have let, yeah. I think we let some audience in. Because I know that Justin nor I made that shirt. And it was the best, the best shirt. I don't think a better shirt has ever been made in TKO ever. It was too fucking perfect. Out of fucking control, that shirt. Were you getting up to no good? There's they're making a TKO sequel. I don't know if it's out. I don't think so. I feel like people would have yelled at me. But yeah, I think my favorite stuff is like whenever I get a good laugh out of somebody that I'm streaming with, especially Justin because he's a really good laugher. That and I feel like his standard for humor is high. So if you make him laugh real good, you probably did pretty well. Oh yeah, Dave's very funny. Dave's an extremely funny guy. He has well it's just his personality is really fun. And I think angry rants are fun generally with certain people. I think for funnier people, like cooler people, angry rants are pretty entertaining. I had to like I was thinking about it for a second and I had to make that disclaimer because I was thinking about like, wow, there's all those fucking like pretend angry rant YouTubers, which are not funny. Um, even though technically they're kind of doing the same thing, where you're just maybe you're irritated about something genuinely, but you also punch it up because you know it's funny. Yeah, like when I would get mad at like I remember people really enjoyed that one time I got mad at Windows for trying to upgrade while I was doing whatever I was doing, and I yelled at Microsoft for like, well, I guess Microsoft owns my computer, da 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 da, and yeah, like when you're streaming, you always punch that stuff up a little, you know. And Dave does that like perfectly. Dave's sort of outrage, angry rant, you know, punched up persona is mwah, something about it, something about his voice and his cadence and yeah. And he's also like a really smart dude, so it all of it comes together kind of perfectly. Now that we're talking about it, I don't think Justin's an angry rant guy, is he? Now that I'm thinking on it, I don't think I recall him ever doing that bit. I can't think of one. I guess so. I guess he's just that chill. Incredulous, yeah. Because like I can think of a number of people who have really good, really good rants. Like Dave, Apollo, I think is also Apollo. Apollo does probably my favorite exasperation. At his wit's end, it's very good. He's he's kind of perfect with that. Uh, Good is obviously a ranter. It's almost his whole deal. Uh, Milby's another one that's like too chill for it. He doesn't. I don't recall any angry Milby rants. He's far too chill. He was so chill. Sometimes he would almost get under my skin because it's like you gotta, you have to care about something. You can't, you can't not give up any fucks about anything. You can't do that. That doesn't work. We live in a society. You're breaking things. But Milby really just doesn't. He's like a sprite. He's a forest sprite. He's a completely independent spirit. Yeah, the perfect agent of chaos. And Pyro's similar in that respect. Yeah. Pause is a good angry ranter. He's had some real good ones. Made me laugh plenty of times. Oh man. Fuck, I'm reminiscing. Am I dead? Shit. Oh. Are you the Grim Reaper? I don't know. I haven't hung with Pause in a while. He's still streaming and stuff. Hopefully he's good. He did the same as me. He had to join the workforce. Yay. Which definitely puts a clamp on the whole content creation thing. Yeah. Milby brings a good energy to everything that he's in. Sometimes to the detriment of the people he's in it with, but very minorly. In terms of the scales, small price to pay. You might have to deal with some tuna pasta. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know the story. I know that he switched from pause and pause to pause, and then he went back to pause and pause. And I would assume it's just to do with the thing. Like when you change your username on Twitch, they don't do a redirect or anything. You just like your old username just goes to nothing, and nobody knows where you went. It doesn't say pause and pause is pause now. I don't know why they wouldn't do that, but they never did do that. So, uh, I mean, at least it's like a partner feature. I can understand maybe they don't want people to be able to create a weird chain of like forever usernames. I mean, there's also other easy solutions to that. Like I think you can already only change your username after a certain period of time. Additionally, they could have that chain just go back only once. But they don't do that. So I would imagine that it probably led to taking a hit in viewership or whatever. I would assume that would be the case, just because people won't know. They're not going to know. And if there's definitely one thing I learned through all my years of doing content creation is that even when your name is the same everywhere, people cannot find you. I don't know why, but there's a lot of people that just, we were talking about this the other night. We have people come in here time and again that are like, I you're still doing stuff? I thought you were dead. But it's like, yeah, I stopped uploading to YouTube, but I'm Coestar everywhere. You found me now. You could have found me anytime in the past 10 years very easily. Very easily. Yeah, I don't know. I don't operate that way, but I mean, that might be like people who were very much like, I don't know, maybe followers, but not like very obsessed followers or something. I don't know how to put it. I don't, that sounds weird, but like the things that I like, I know where to find them. I know where they're like, where they're at, what they're called. I know how to find these things. But I could see forgetting a channel if you don't type in the, like, actually, I could forget YouTube channels very easily now that I think about it, because like I don't actually go to people's channels. I let the YouTube like recommendeds just show me when somebody that I've watched before has uploaded something new. So if you asked me how the hell to get to a lot of people's channels, I would have to just, if I could remember their name, I would have to search for it. I wouldn't know what their channel address was. And some of them I probably wouldn't remember their name. So maybe it's not that crazy. True. Yeah. It could just be that it was just from so long ago they just don't remember. I hardly ever tweet either. So like even if you follow me on Twitter, you probably would forget that I exist. I solely use recommendeds. I'm very lazy with YouTube. I will check the recommendeds, and if I don't see anything that piques my interest, I won't watch. I just won't watch anything. I'll go somewhere else. And if I do find something that I enjoy, I'll basically binge the fuck out of it until it's done, and then forget it existed. Forget I watched it by the following year. It's gone. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I just sort of lost my identity as like a content creator. I stopped Minecraft because I just didn't have any idea what to do. And I was super depressed. But I I don't know. I knew what other people were doing and I didn't want to do any of that. And I didn't have any better ideas, so and I still say I don't have the time or money to put shit up on YouTube. Absolutely no. I do not have. It's impossible. It is literally impossible. It's enough of an effort that if I were going to have somebody else do it, I'd have to pay them because it would be a Herculean effort. And I simply don't have time to do it myself. I suppose it's probably easier now because of the fact that I have the audio going away, so I could probably use the like upload this to YouTube thing. But even then, YouTube is still a fucking like nightmare for digital rights stuff. So like even though the music's not going to the VODs, the game soundtracks are still going to the VODs, you know, anything like that. And it doesn't even matter if you have something real. You're going to get hit with shit that doesn't make sense. And if you it's so fucking obnoxious with YouTube. I just talking about it. I don't want to ever upload anything to YouTube again, I don't think. Cuz it's
it's so horrific. You don't understand how bad it is if you're not somebody who's ever like built up a channel. I don't even mean like made it popular, just put a lot of videos on a channel. Fucking fuck. Yeah. And you're always on the defense. You're always on the fucking defense. If some randos, like C is saying here, copyright claim your video for some bullshit, for some fucking reason, it's on you to prove that it's not that. And it's impossible. Oh. It's I hate it. I just don't have time for that shit. I simply do not have time for that shit. Sorry, I kind of went off the handle there. Just old trauma coming back up. I wish this sort of stuff was doable. I wish it was easier to do, but it's simply not. It also got me thinking about YouTube again. While I just got done saying, like, I don't ever want to upload anything again. I do wish that I would have sort of found my voice with YouTube. I never really did. I was the lucky recipient of accidental fortune in that I just happened to make videos of a game at the time when it was about to take off like a rocket, and then rode that a little bit of the way up before I fell off and cratered to Earth. That's basically what happened. I didn't really deserve it, I don't think. And I never did really, like, once I stopped doing Minecraft, people were done with me. People were absolutely done with me. So it is true. It is true. Trust me, I was on the being able to see the numbers end of of how things went. That sounds like a good classic moment. Oh, we're me and Milby both terrorists? I can't tell from this view. he Milby had no reaction. Milby's reactions. Where? Yeah, there he is. Sorry, I got to the part where Good's laughing his ass off. It's killing me. Just me and Good both dying. He does. He does. Ah, man, those were good times. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just like watching a video that you guys can't see, laughing at stuff you can't hear. All right. Well, I should get out of here. I went overtime a little bit, and somebody's angry there in a bed behind me. Yeah, there it is. He knows. But thanks for being. Sorry for the short stream, late stream. It might be that kind of week. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see you next stream.